Hey everyone, it's Becky from Book Obsessed Becky, and I'm coming at you today with a birthday book haul. My birthday was last month and I got a Kindle card. So I wanted to let you know about the books that I gotten from my Kindle. This is my Kindle. I use a Paperweight Signature Kindle. I love it. So yeah, let's dive into this. I have a mixture of books from like cozy mystery, cozy fantasy, I don't know. It's just a mixture. And I just want to say too, it's very windy here and I have the windows open, so you're going to hear the wind chimes and all of that. So just a heads up there. But I'm going to use my notebook with my notes in it for the books that I got. I bought 6 books for my Kindle with my gift card, and the first one was Bookshops and Bonedust by Baldree. And I've already read this book. I read it last month. It was super cozy. I loved every bit of it. And if you loved Legends and Lattes, then I think you'll love this book. I actually love this book more than Legends and Lattes. So it's the prequel to Legends and Lattes, and we're following Viv. Viv is like right at the start of her career, like chasing down bad guys, that sort of thing. And she is on a hunt with a crew right now for a necromancer. Well, during that hunt, she becomes wounded and she gets dropped off in this little like seaside town, and it's kind of a rundown town. It's super small. There's nothing really there. She's not happy about having to stay, but she stays. The crew that she's running with said that they would pick her up in a few weeks after she's healed. So in the meantime, she just needs to work on healing. Well, she meets some of the townspeople. She makes friends with the person that runs the bookstore and the bakery. There might be a little bit of a romance there. And like her being in this town might be kind of the best thing for her at that moment. And it's super cute. It's super cozy. And there's a bookshop in it. So yeah, fantastic read if you're looking for a little bit more Legends and Lattes vibes, like cozy fantasy, getting back with Viv, that whole deal. Definitely give that one a go. Then I've got Miss Newbury's List by Megan Walker. Looking down at my notebook here. And I can't remember where I heard about this book, but it sounded really good, so I'm going to give you a quick little blurb about it. So if you see me looking down, it's because I'm reading off my thing. So it takes place in England in 1820. We're following Rosalind. She is set to marry the Duke, and she's only met him twice. Well, she has a list of 10 things that she wants to do before she gets married. And her and her friend, I think her friend's name is Lisa, decide to get to work on this list. But Lisa brings along her cousin Charlie to help out. And what Rosalind isn't expecting is to have feelings for Charlie. So it comes down to, is she going to follow through with this arranged marriage to the Duke, who she's only ever met twice, or is she going to follow her heart and end up with Charlie? And I am super excited for it. I think it's a closed door romance, but I can't be 100% on that, so don't quote me on it. But it sounds really good. It sounds like a sweet romance. It's in England. I mean, it's in the 1820s. Like, it's totally my vibes. I'm super stoked for it. The next book I have is Murder in the Mystery Suite by Ellery Adams. And I really like her book and I think it's Book and Scone Society series. I think that's what it is. So I'm excited to start this new series by her. It's not new, but it's new to me. And I don't know what the name of the series is at the moment, but this is book 1 in the series. And it takes place in West Virginia at a storybook resort, and it's called Storyton Hall. And this woman, Jane, runs it. It's the perfect escape for book lovers. And she decides that she is going to run a murder and mayhem week for all the mystery lovers. So people come to the resort and they participate in these activities. And one of the activities is a scavenger hunt, which goes great, I assume, except for the winner ends up dead. So Jane is like, whoa, you know, there's actually a murderer in this group and I need to figure out who it is so nobody else gets murdered. And I was like, you know what? That sounds kind of fantastic. So sign me up. So that was another one of the books I got. Oh, This one I'm going to read off of Goodreads because I didn't really, I couldn't think of a way to sum it up, but it's called A Fellowship of Bakers and Magic, and it's by J. Penner. Right, let me grab my laptop here. Okay, this is book 1 in a series. It says a dwarf, nope. It says a human, a dwarf, and an elf walk into a bake-off. Right there, I'm sold. A bake-off, magical creatures, whatever, I'm in it, and it's baked goods, so yes please. It says, in the heart of Adenashire, maybe that's how you pronounce it, where elfish enchantments and dwarven delights rule, Arleta Starstone, a human confectionist, works twice as hard, perfecting her unique blend of baking and apothecary herbs. So when an orc neighbor secretly enters her creations into the prestigious elven baking battle, Arleta faces a dilemma. Being magicless, her participation in the competition could draw more scowls than smiles. And if Arleta wants to prove her talent and establish her culinary reputation, this human will need more than just her pastry craft to sweeten the odds. While competing, she'll set off on a journey of mouthwatering pastry, self-discovery, heartwarming friendships, and romance, while questioning whether winning the baking battle is the true prize. Escape to a delightful world that's a cozy fantasy where every twist is a treat and every turn a step closer to coming home. And I just thought that sounded so cozy, and it's got baked goods. So yeah, I'm here for it. So in this story, we're following Paisley. She gets invited to a bagpiping competition. It's summertime, and the Dowager Countess is the one that invited her. She wants Paisley to start selling some of her things from Cashmere Crush, which is Paisley's store, in the gift shop in the castle. And Paisley loves the bagpiping. She's super stoked to go. Grandpa goes with her son goes with her, and their dog goes. Well, there's some rivalry going on in the competition between 3 of the competitors, and one of them is last year's winner. Well, when the competition starts, the winner from last year ends up dead, and things look a bit suspicious, so the detective gets involved, and he's been in all of the books so far, and Paisley, of course, gets curious as to what happens, and her sleuthing begins. And we're going to end up following Paisley throughout the story and see who the murderer is and how the case is solved. That's kind of how they all seem to go, but I kind of love them. So if you're looking for cozy mystery vibes with a fantastic lead female character who's a single mom and there's yarn involved, then definitely give this one a go. And it takes place in Scotland. So, I mean, what's not to love, right? All right. And then the last one is Mind Games by Nora Roberts. I'm going to read this one off my laptop as well, because it sounds amazing. And again, summarizing it up, I was just like, nope, can't be bothered. So, Mind Games. It's her newest release too. I think it came out in May. And I love Nora Roberts. But here we go. It says the #1 New York Times bestselling author of Identity presents a suspenseful new novel of tragedy, trauma, love, and family, and evil that awaits. So, as they do each June, the Foxes have driven the winding roads of Appalachia to drop off their children for a 2-week stay at their grandmother's. Here, 12-year-old Thea, I'm assuming that's how you say her name, I'm not sure, but that's how I spell my guinea pig's name, and we pronounce it Thea, so that's what I'm going with. So 12-year-old Thea can run free and breathe in the smells of pine and fresh bread and Grammy's handmade candles. But as her parents head back to suburban Virginia, they have no idea they're about to cross paths with a ticking time bomb. Back in Kentucky, Thea and her grandmother Lucy both awaken from the same nightmare. And though the two have never discussed the special kind of sight that they share, they know as soon as their tearful eyes meet that something terrible has happened. The kids will be staying with Grammy now in Redbud Hollow, and thanks to Thea's visions, their parents' killer will spend his life in a supermax prison. Over time, Thea will make friends, build a career, and find love, but the ability to see into minds and souls still lurks within her. And though Grammy calls it a gift, it feels more like a curse because the inmate who shattered her childhood has the same ability. Thea can hear his twisted thoughts and witness his evil acts from miles away. He knows it and hungers for vengeance. A long silent battle will be waged between them and eventually bring them face to face and head to head. So, yeah, that kind of sounds amazing. And I just read Identity last month and I absolutely love that book. So I'm sure that this book will be fantastic as well. Is anybody else a Nora Roberts fan? Because I freaking love her stuff. But yeah, that's all the books I have for you. Have you read any of these? Do you want to read any of these? Have you heard of any of these? Let me know down below. And I hope everybody's having a great reading month so far, and I will speak to you all very soon. Bye!